Hello everyone. Welcome to this video. We are going to see an epic encounter between Magnus Carlsen and Indian prodigy Praggnanandhaa. This game was played in Grand Chess Tour, Superbet, Rapid and Blitz at round 11. And in this game, Pragg has white pieces and Pragg starts with the move e4. And in this game, Magnus chooses to play the c6, which is the Caro-Kann, now d4. And after this d5, Pragg goes for this exchange variation, now takes. And after this, Pragg goes for this bishop to d3 move. And after this, Magnus play this knight to c6. Now c3. Now e6. And after this bishop to f4, Magnus decided to play this bishop to d6, offering an exchange of the bishop. And after this bishop exchange, queen takes. Now knight goes to f3. And after this knight to e7, both side castle. And after this move, now rook e1. And after this bishop to d7, after this knight to d2, and after f6. Now in this position, f6 is very interesting, and the idea of Magnus is to put this bishop here and then here, but now Pragg play this move b4, and Pragg just go for keeping much space in the queen side. And after this b6 by Magnus, and in this position Pragg play this move a4, and now Magnus bring his rook to this semi-open file and play this rook to c8. And after this, now rook to e3 by Pragg, putting this rook on this third rank. And after this, bishop to e8. Now Pragg play this queen to e1, putting some pressure on this e6 pawn right away. But now bishop to f7, defending the pawn. But now Pragg goes for this a5. And now in this position, now Magnus play this knight to f5, attacking the rook. Now rook goes to e2, and after this knight to e7. Now Pragg play this knight to f1 with the idea of putting this knight on this g3 square, and maybe he will exchange this knight. But now after this queen to d7 by Magnus, in this position Pragg took this pawn, and after this a takes b, in this position now Pragg play this knight to g3, offering an knight exchange. But now Magnus play this knight to d6, and after this move, now Pragg goes to this rook to a6, putting some pressure on this b6 pawn. But now Magnus simply defend the pawn with the rook. But in this position, after this h4, now rook comes to e8, and in this position, Pragg play this rook to a2, doubling on this a file. But now knight goes to f5. But now in this position, Pragg just play this rook to a7, attacking the queen, and in this position, his Magnus play this rook to b7, but now in this position, Pragg to this knight on this f5, which is the brilliancy, and now you cannot take this rook, because after you take, queen take, then this knight will hang, and now you have two knights for this rook, and it is winning position for the white. So in this position, after this rook to a7, in this position, Magnus first play this knight takes, but after this move, now Pragg play this rook to a8, pinning this rook to the king, and after this, rook goes back. Now Pragg play this queen to a1, triple stack on this a file, but now after this rook takes a8, rook takes, now rook takes. Now after this check, Magnus bring his queen to e8, offering a queen exchange, but right now Pragg queen is more active, so Pragg did not exchange the queen and play this queen to a7. And here, Magnus play this queen to d8. Pragg bring his knight to d2 with the idea of knight to f1, knight to e3, and putting some good pressure on these weak pawns. But now Magnus play this knight to e4, and expecting that Pragg will take this knight with this knight. But Pragg play this bishop takes and create some imbalances in this position. And now Pragg play this knight to f1, f5 by Magnus, and now Pragg play this g3 move. And after this h6 by Magnus, now queen to b7, which was not the best. Maybe Pragg has should go directly this knight to e3, but now he played this queen to b7, and now g5 by Magnus. But here Magnus can play this f4 move, because if you take this, now queen takes h4, and if you take this pawn, there are some good chances for Magnus to take a perpetual in this position. But now in this position, Magnus doesn't play this f4 move, and rather than play this g5 move. But after this g5, h takes g5, and after this h takes g5, now Pragg goes for this knight to e3 and putting some huge pressure on this pawn on f5. But after this, now bishop to e6, defending this pawn right away. And now Pragg plays this very nice move, which is queen to c6, putting some pressure on this bishop. And after this, king comes. Now Pragg plays a very nice move c4 and threatening to play this c takes d. So here it is forced to take this pawn. But after this move, Pragg find a good move, which is d5, attacking the bishop right away. And after this, bishop goes d7, attacking the queen. Now in this position, queen to h6 by Pragg. And here Magnus plays this queen to f6. Pragg gives a check and Magnus blunder with this king to e8. Best way to play this position is to bring this queen here. But now in this position, after this king goes to e8, now just Pragg play this queen to g8 check, kings come to e7, but now knight takes c4 pawn, and after this bishop attack the knight, now comes an intermezzo d6 check, king goes to d7, but after this knight check, king takes pawn and a check on this d5, attacking the bishop, so it's forced to go here, but after you take this, queen takes, and now Magnus is losing all pawns on this king side, and now it's 2 versus 1. And the best thing for Pragg here in this position is Pragg can just simply play this queen to f4 and try to push this g pawn for a queen. So in this position, after this king to d7, queen f4 was played by Pragg. Now king e6, king goes to g2, queen d4, and here in this position, after this g4 push by Pragg, queen d5, king goes to g3, and perfect and gameplay by Pragg going on right away. Queen d3, king to h4, queen b1, and there is no hope for Magnus side now. King goes to e7 after this move, but now he brings this king to h5. Again queen d3, but after this g5, queen d1, king g6, queen d3, and king g7, queen c4, queen e5 check. And after this king to d7, here g6 was played by Pragg, but now queen d3 again, queen f5 check, king to e7, and this game is going to lose very soon for Magnus here. But now comes queen to f6 check, king goes to d7, and now king to g8, and after this e3 move by Magnus, simply first queen to f7 check, and after this king to d6. Now f takes c3, queen takes c3, and in this position, I'll just play this g7 move, and after this queen to e5, this game is lost. After this move, simply Pragg play this king to f8, and Magnus Carlsen resigns the game because there is no way to defend this position. Pragg is going to make a new queen in the next move. So this was a very beautiful game played by Pragg, where Pragg totally outplayed his opponent Magnus Carlsen, and this is the first win of Praggnanandhaa against Magnus Carlsen in OTP.